Obviously, flooding has had an impact on the Sturgis Falls celebration, at least in the preparation this week. Jay Stoddard, president of the Sturgis Falls celebration, joins us now to tell us about what we can expect with this year's celebration. Jay, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Shelby, for coming down. Love to share this story with people because it's a good one.
Well, our first question is pretty obvious. So how has this flooding impacted the Sturgis Falls celebration?
Well, the impact that we had was probably more like with the stage and things like that, because we already had all the tents and all the other things in here. And if we had done it our normal time, we would have not been able to put the tents up or bring in our office trailer and all the other ticket trailers as easily without just tearing up the park completely. So that's really, really good news. The next thing that happened is getting all the wood chips in. We had to put down fabric cloth down there. Was my wife's idea, great idea. And then we put the wood chips on top of it. So as you can see around here, the structural integrity of the ground is greatly enhanced, and people, there's no mud, it's all wood chips and stuff. And so it's a very comfortable thing for people to walk on. It's aesthetically nicer. It's got nice paths every place. And so it's all cleaned up now, and we're looking for a great night.
Well, very great idea. So back to Sturgis Falls as a whole, what is new and exciting? What can we expect this year at Sturgis Falls?
Well, some of the newer things, we've got some new bands here. We've got 14 down on the Gateway stage, and we've got TVs that will be in all the tents, and they'll be running, whatever's on the Jumbotron is going to be running on all the TVs, and that's thanks to CFU, who's hooking all that up for us. And so that's a new thing for sponsors. It'll talk about thanking Far Reach Technologies, Mud Advertising, everybody else that has been an instrumental in the whole thing, and we think it's a big perk for sponsors and gives them an extra bump in our thank you to them for helping us. Around here we've got the Gateway Market has been expanded. We've got a farmer's market that'll be over here off of Greeley, and the carnival is much, much bigger this year. So the vista from the highway now is going to be greatly enhanced with all the new things that people are going to be able to see. So we're excited. This is a growing event, and when I say growing, the park's not going to grow anymore, but what we do is we're trying to grow in quality of things that we're doing.
Well, that's great. Well, there's so many events going on. You added even more when what you just said to my question. But there's so many events going on, so many different locations. I know it's hard to keep it kind of straight, and you guys have a phone app that kind of helps with that.
People can go and get our mobile phone app, and that's thanks to, again, Far Reach Technologies. We would encourage people also to go to our website. We've got program guides all over the place, and our events are on both sides of the river. So over here we have the Firefighters Dance, which is right across the street down here. We have the Dixieland is over across the highway there. And then we also have Overman Park, which we have trams that are going back and forth between Gateway Park and Overman Park. And so we think it's a great way of keeping everything unified, where people can park in one spot, and we've got trams and golf carts to take people right to the front door of all these events.
That's great. Sturgis Falls is known for bringing free musical entertainment into the community, but what other activities and events do they have?
Well, the other events that we have, we've got a parade that we're doing, and there's no charge for the parade. I mean, everything is free. Our sponsors are great, allowing all those things to happen. The Arts and Crafts Fair is on Sunday, which is packed this year again. So basically we're filling in and using every square inch of space that the city allows us to use in the streets and so forth. Our Kids Way tent is packed again with all kinds of activities and stage acts. The Overman Park stage again has all kinds of acts from Friday night all the way through Sunday. So it's action-packed.
Wow. And this is a huge event. I mean, it covers 4 days long, covers most of downtown Cedar Falls, and brings thousands of people to the community. So my question is, how long does it take to plan this event such as this? And also, how many people are involved?
Well, obviously, we have 15 people on our board of directors, and they alone make up, we try to work with the city and work with the chamber and the tourism, but we are independent, and so we work within ourselves, but we're trying to go out from there and get volunteers that do different on the different committees. But everybody has their own area, and they take ownership of their own committee. Like the parade committee, they take I'm not going to micromanage it. This is up to them. In the same way with the Kids Way and Overman Park and so forth. And then out here, you can see all the people around here. I'll bet you, and this is because of having to rush around to get this stage set up, I have to bring in more people. And so we have probably about 25 people right now as we're talking, and to get things set up so we're ready to go by 5 o'clock this afternoon.
That's amazing. And one big question I honestly have is, how do you keep this weekend free?
Well, it's very carefully. Everybody has their own budget, and they, like I said, they take ownership of it. They have a budget, and they have to go out and they get their own sponsorships now. We've kind of set up this from the past, and they can go on to people that we've already had a great relationship with and take that. And so each one of these separate committees has their own budget, and each one of them, well, I want it to be black ink, not red ink, and so we try real hard to do that. And it's only because of the community support that we get with all the sponsors that we have. We have about 150 different sponsors, different businesses, you know, all over Cedar Falls, which we're very, very thankful for, and in a community that comes out and supports it. People with all the food and beverage and so forth, you know, we want them to buy the food and beverage here on the grounds. We have beer revenue, pop revenue, water revenue. All these things added up allows us to have a plus balance. And we've given back, you know, around $750,000 back to the community in the way of all kinds of different projects, whether they're shelters, the band shell, the library, the rec center. These are all projects that we financially have contributed to.
That's amazing. You know, Sturgis Falls has been a Cedar Falls tradition for such a long time. What do you think makes it such a community favorite?
Well, I think it's the consistency that we have, the quality of people we have here, the quality of businesses, and Sturgis Falls has grown right with the community, and so it's been kind of a great partnership that we've had. And the planning for this, I mean, we're already into next year. We've got our theme picked out, which I can't tell you, I'd have to kill you. But it's our 40th anniversary, and we're looking at extra special things for next year, and we're way into that. In fact, I think we're working on that before the first of the year.
That's great. Well, Jay, thank you again for being with us today and for all the hard work you do, especially around this flood this time.
It's okay. We're all right. Everything's good.
That's great. Sturgis Falls celebration runs Thursday, June 26th, which is today, the day we are shooting, and goes through Sunday, June 29th. You can go to their website at sturgisfalls.org to see the full schedule of events. Or if you have a smartphone, you can download their phone app. You can find all that information on their website as well.